pessoal, todos que acompanham os canais da Mundo Agro. Estamos aqui diretamente da Victam Latam 2025 em São Paulo, um dos maiores eventos que chega ao Brasil, com mais de 40 anos de experiência vindo da Europa, com novidades sobre nutrição e equipamentos para a produção de alimentação animal. A Mundo Agro veio aqui acompanhar lançamentos, novidades de seus principais parceiros nesse segmento. Acompanhem com a gente. Ao meu lado, Lierau, ele é CEO da Andritz e vai conversar com a gente um pouquinho sobre as novidades que a empresa está trazendo aqui e sobre as expectativas da empresa para o nosso mercado. Mr. Lierau, thank you again for your availability to talk with us in Brazil. And to start, tell us about the industrial sustainability developed by Andritz and how this concept is reflected in the technologies created by the company.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Andritz actually is a global technology provider, and we have engineered solution as well as a quite vast portfolio of automation and digital solution. And all together we wrap it in a package for the green transition. On top of that, we have a really comprehensive and holistic service approach where we can not only provide service at the beginning of a project, but also in the aftermath of a project. And this is the understanding of our sustainability to accompany our customer along the entire journey of a project.
The machinery behind the feed productions often flies under the radar. What's something most people don't realize about the complexity or potential of this part of the industry, in your opinion?
I think the key challenge is really the feed conversion rate. This is basically how much meat or food you can generate out of the feed that you're producing in a feed mill. And the challenge with it is that there is a very fine line between the raw material cost and the energy that you need to pay for it, to produce it, and on the other side, the specific and accurate management of the recipe. So this has both together to be in a very good balance that you can produce highest quality feed at the lowest cost possible.
Michael, the global demand for protein is rising so fast, and the pressure on the feed producers is real. In your opinion, what's the smartest move the industry can make right now to keep up sustainability?
One of the areas that I at least identified is byproducts. We have quite a developed food processing industry, and these side products are for one industry of no value. In the feed industry, they could actually be a very interesting substitute for more expensive raw material, and with a proper management of the raw material and the recipe, you can actually produce much better feed results, producing a much higher conversion rate. And if this is in the right balance, if you use the right technology, then you can reach that goal without changing anything in the feed mill.
Okay. And Lierau, the final question. If you had to place a bet on emerging technology that could redefine feed productions in the next decade, what it would be and why?
Oh, that is clearly automation and digitalization. I think we have right now an opportunity with the arising and fast-growing technology of artificial intelligence to bring a completely new edge in managing and operating a feed mill. We are collaborating with Microsoft and Copilot, and what we managed to do today is basically, based on the digital twin of a feed mill, optimize as we run the feed mill on the model, bring that straight into the feed mill, and therefore improve the efficiency of the plant. This was not possible even 5 or 10 years ago, and we are currently implementing that in our industry. And that will really generate an added value for customers.
Mr. Nazari, what's your expectation regarding Andritz launches for the world and Brazilian markets?
Well, especially in automation digitalization, I would say the expectation is very similar for the world and Brazil. What Andritz believes is that the time for really move from what we are doing on the automation, the feed mills, in the pet food manufacturing, in the aqua feed, is now to really go toward more autonomous operation, to really use digital technologies that has been available in other industries like oil and gas, like mining, like pipeline paper, that have really invested into taking advantage of these technologies to increase their productivity, to increase the availability of the plant. We are able to take advantage of them now. So as you can see that our slogan here is never stand still. That means that not only we as a manufacturer of the equipment, of the whole entire plant and automation digitalization don't want to stand still, and we want to move toward a better future, but also our customers need to start really using these technologies that are proven in a lot of different, in other industries, into the feed industry now. I'll give you an example. Today, our product launched basically complete advanced monitoring systems for our plants that can predict what is wrong with the plant, what is wrong with the equipment, and then try to prescribe how to make a corrective action, make sure that the data is completely available for the management. At the same time, we have products for advanced process control that sits on top of the base level automation that is available in every feed plant to really optimize the operation of the pallet presses, of the extruders, of the dryers, so that we can increase the efficiency, increase the productivity, profitability, and decrease the cost down. So this is the value of digitalization, is to really make it dollars for our customers and then make better products for their customers. So that's our expectation, to really adopt that.
And Mr. Nazari, what's the most difference the public in Brazil about our technology, the agro business in Brazil? There are many differences.
There are differences, but I have to actually say my experience with the Brazilian customers is that they're actually very open to adopting new technologies. And that actually shows they have an open mind. Generally in Latin America, using digital technologies is something that is welcome. So, so I would say that especially on the pet food and also on the aqua feed manufacturing, those are the ones that really can take advantage of these technologies immediately and improve their profitability. On the feed mill industry, we can actually take advantage of increasing availability of the plant, which can help them to increase the throughput, basically.
And so our public is ready for this technology, in your opinion?
Look, autonomous operation, moving in using digital technologies is a journey. It's a step by step. So wherever you are at your plant, there is always a way to move forward. So you don't need to have everything ready to go to the next step. So if I say that every feed mill, every pet food manufacturer are the same, all the infrastructure is the same, no. But if I say, but the infrastructure are good enough in many of the feed, based on my experience, in many of these feed manufacturings, in the pet food manufacturings, to really take the next step. And we have to look at it as a journey, and we as Andritz can play a partner as a consultant to really help them to understand what to invest in and what is the ROI or return for that investment, and then walk together toward this journey so that we can get a better profitability.
So Nazari, according to your experience, what's most impressive when you talk about the future of technologies in agribusiness?
There's so many different technologies, but I would say, let's step back. Let's first use proven, okay, let me say this. I'm sure that you want me to talk about artificial intelligence, digital twin, and all machine learning algorithms and all those buzzwords.
It's not true?
They have their place. They have their place. But there are a lot of proven technologies that we can actually adapt from other industries into the feed that can immediately provide value for us, that immediately can provide. We don't even need to be the first adopter. So I would say a step back. Artificial intelligence is great, but first let's look at the technology like model predictive controller that I see that nobody inside the feed industry is using, and Andritz has brought it now into the feed industry. Let's use model predictive controller that 25 years ago in the oil and gas, they were using it and they were making a lot of profit out of it. So let's now bring it here, make sure at least we make this step covered, and then go to the next step, and then go to the next step. That way, along this journey of adapting new technologies, we make sure that the return is there as well. So let's not jump, let's go step by step. Does that make sense? That's how we believe in that, that's how it should be.
Thank you very much, Sir Nazari.
Of course, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again.
We provide complete service solutions for all our clients in Brazil, Latam, and globally. And we see a big demand for the services as we service with parts needed, with wear parts needed, with mechanical inspections, audits, and all other services to make sure that our clients are happy and running their plants.
Are you optimistic for the way the Brazilian market receive those technologies for Andritz in Brazil?
Yes, we are, because we see the big demand. The clients want to keep their plants running. They don't want to have downtime. And it's what we do is to make sure that they are running all the time, because they have all the parts needed in the case, or wear parts, or we are ready to service them. So yes, absolutely optimistic.
But when I look at this machine here, our new ExMax extruder, I think it has a great potential, because number one, the demands for more hygiene, for food safety and so on, food and feed safety increases constantly. The demand for more automation also increases more and more. It is so difficult to find the right operators around, both here in Brazil, but also globally. And therefore, we have, as machine builders, we have to think in new ideas, new things that are happening all the time. That is what we've tried to this machine. So we believe that this here machine has a great future, both globally, but definitely also the Brazilian market. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in Brazil, pet food and also aqua feed. And we see the movement for more hygiene, the demands getting higher and higher. Also here in Brazil, I've been told that the demands for these hygienic designs and also other things is increasing constantly. The thing is also, we've built in a lot of features for maintenance. And maintenance is always important, because maintenance takes the focus away from people when they do production, that they have to do maintenance. Even if they have maintenance people, then they interrupt on the production. And therefore we have thought, what can we do to lighten that burden so that the machine keeps running all the time? So we have removed some of the operator task in maintenance and put it into the machine as automatic task, so the operator can focus on the production itself and on the product that comes out. If it is pellets for aquafeed or kibbles for the pet food, he can concentrate on the product, making the right product all the time.
In your opinion, the Brazilian people are ready for these technologies. What are your expectations about it?
Absolutely. I mean, when I see what happens here in the Brazilian market, I mean, things are moving really, really quick here and so on. And people are interested in this technology, and people are also ready to look into this because they have the same challenges as everybody else. I mean, keeping their factories clean, but also getting the right operators and so on, the level of operators. These industries for extrusion technologies, they are not so sexy, so it can be really difficult to attract the right people. And due to that, by building in a lot of automation features and so on, that helps factories also do with the people that they have, because a lot of the tasks will be taken away from the operators. And definitely Brazil is happy. I've spoken to a number of my Brazilian colleagues here on the show, and they are really thrilled going out selling that machine here on the Brazilian market.
Mr. Falkenburg, tell us about this blue piece. Why is so special for Andritz?
For Andritz. Well, the blue piece looks like just a piece of steel, but no, it's a hammer. It's our new ultra high performance hammer. This hammer is specially introduced and launched now for the pet food and aqua industry. Why is so special? It's a hammer that we do with hard-faced tungsten, but we used a smooth tungsten, where say other colleagues use more coarse tungsten. Why smooth surface is really important for aqua feed and pet food, because we want to have there a fine and grinding, but we don't have too much, a wider grinding spectrum. So that means not too much fines, not too coarse. The smooth surface is not aggressive on the material, and it lasts minimum 4 to 5 times longer than a standard steel hammer. So they have less downtime, because of the change of the hammers. But besides that, your grinding is better, and you have less heat development. So that's very important for the industry. And with this hammer, we can do that, and especially with the smooth tungsten.
And Mr. Falkenburg, what's your expectations regarding Andritz's launch for the world and the Brazilian markets?
Well, for the Brazilian market, we see a big potential because you're safe downtown, but also energy costs. So this hammer uses less energy. If you see the special development of the hammer is also the hole. What we do is you have hole engravement. So on the rods you can, rod grooving we call it, wear out on the rods. And to avoid that, we have a special design so that we have less stress on the material. And there is a big potential because all the customers, what we see now and how they react on our product, they have all the same challenges. That means maintenance, it's a problem to have enough maintenance people, but also the expertise and the quality of grinding is more and more important for a better product on the end.